Evening here, and I just thought I'm testing my Wi-Fi again. And I thought if anyone's here, I'm just going to grab my quote book where we just go and throw some charms that relate to the quote book. And I can't see anybody yet, so there may not be anyone actually there. It is Sunday, the 22nd of August. It's actually my birthday today, and I try to forget it. That's my lovely daughter you can hear in the background. And hi, Rach. And yeah, she's complaining that I am old, and I thought I would just grab some people and do charms and a quote, so no questions. I've had very, very unstable internet for some time, as a lot of you guys will know. And the first question I'm going to ask is, hi Amal, can you tell me if you can actually hear me okay? So I will wait until I can see if you can hear me okay and if you can see me okay. And there is about a 10-second delay. So fingers crossed. Your internet's terrible too. Oh, look, great. Oh, thanks, Amal, for that. The problems that I've had here with internet is unbelievable. And I've had to put in so much expense and wiring and direct cables and you name it. Hi, Tasha, lovely to see you. At least I'm on a decent hour of the day for you now. So what I'm just doing is I'm going through a quote book, and this quote book, I'll show you the cover of it. Lots of people have asked me where you get it. I actually found it in a charity store, and but I just love it. And this is going back a few years now, and they just called it the Black Book of Quotes. And from what I could work out, so maybe you'll be able to Google if you like this book. This fellow, Kirk Peterson, from what I've Googled, he is a motivational speaker here in Australia, and that's a little bit about him. So I have no idea how you get hold of this book. Like I said, mine, I was lucky, I found it in a charity store. So I'm just going to grab a person and do some charms and a quote. So I'll start at the top. I've got Rach Ann, so let me just grab a page. Oh, helps when you can flick. Okay, I'm going to go here. Resilient people look at the challenge and say, what is the solution? What is this trying to teach me? Very, very deep, some of the quotes are here. Now, I'm using my very large charm collection, and I'll just take out my dice. And let's have a look about some charms. So before I even cast charms, the way I interpret that is it talks to me about the resilience, which is something obviously you need right these days. And they often, where you look at it and think, oh, it's so hard, but yet you still soldier forward. So when it says here, what is this trying to teach me? I would say in times of stress, what is it trying to teach you? So now I want to see if my magnet will work, my magnifying glass. Hang on, helps when I'm here. And that way you'll get to see the charms. We have tennis racket, we have the horse, we have the number 0. Now 0 talks about our inner gifts, and it means one and the first and foremost in where the 0 is. Don't ever look at it and think, oh, I'm nothing, or 0, when they say 0 is nothing. 0 is about our inner gifts and the things that we need to look at that we don't honour. The horse and the tennis racket, it tells me there literally escapism is not the answer. When I see a tennis racket there, it does tell me and shows me again under great pressure that you are extremely versatile. And when I've got the 2 peas in the pod, it's really lovely because it tells me someone that is, its soul connections is like this. And I'd look at that and say, you cope very well with others. And when I say soul connections, I don't mean a lover or a partner. Soul connections with 2 peas in a pod can be you and a girlfriend, and it can even be you and a child. So your resilience here and what's teaching you is strength in numbers, to look at your inner gifts. Don't balk at them or run away from these gifts, because you know that the challenge you can rise to. So I hope that helps a wee bit. So, like I said, I've just got a swing away magnet. Magnifying glass, not a magnet. Let me go back to the cover. Where am I? I lose all the pages here when I go in the covers. So let me go through. I've got a male. Let me have a look. I'm actually going to go left. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to respond. There, again, these are very profound quotes and often by a lot of very famous people. There's even Michael Jordan and Richard Branson and so on in here. When I see and read that, when it's there, it says, don't listen with intent. So it means that someone's not concentrating and they're trying to understand things, but they listen because they want to have or be heard. So let's have a look and see what you've got. You've got the angel, the lizard, and that's actually the wisdom. So I hope you can see that. I'll try and bring them up a little bit. The angel there would tell me, first and foremost, listen to your guides, because often when angels come up, it is somebody in spirit who was dear to you and crossed over. The lizard here would tell me, though, maybe learn to relax a little bit more. And the wisdom here would tell me, yes, you understand a lot of things. Your responses would be, you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of things to share. And the wisdom there would tell me, don't be afraid to impart that wisdom to others. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Now, let me go down. So I got Tasha. How are you, darling? What's it like there in the UK at the moment? So let me go here. Tasha, change your story and you can change the world. It's actually written by the writer of this book and stuff. So let me have a look. Right, we've got lips, we've got the fan, it's different symbols. That's a geisha fan. We've actually also got, this is a little tiny rocking chair. So cute. Change your story, change the world. Here would tell me your voice is very important and what you say matters and counts. It's interesting when I see mask and geisha, because mask and geisha fan are both about hiding behind. And when I see them there, it's almost like don't be shy, step out and be heard. The rocking chair here would tell me again, it's time to get out of the comfort zone and but do something that is a challenge. Some of the challenges here would tell me be seen, be heard, and don't balk away from it, because there would tell me no, it's time you actually hit more public, more limelight, because both of those would tell me no, it's time to literally remove the veil. So let's go to the next one. So hi, Divine Guidance Mystic B. So I just want to make sure I can see you. Why is that not there? Oh, fabulous. You can see and hear me well. So let's go here and we'll grab you a page. Hang on, there goes an alarm on my thingy. Sorry. All right. It is not the strongest of species that survive. And I'll move that off. But nor the intelligent, but the most responsive to change. So it does talk about your adaptiveness to change. So let's have a look. This is with Divine Guidance with Mystic B. Right, we have, oh, look at that. I'm going to bring up the magnifying glass for you so you can see. You have the eye, the praying hands, the measuring tape, and the rocking horse. And it's interesting, obviously you're in the spiritual business, that you have the eye and the praying hands. The praying hands is about peace, and you'll always see that as an emoji. It means about gratefulness, peace, like people would say namaste. The eye here would tell me, though, it's time to literally open up more of your sight. And when I see that and that together, I don't know if you do anything to do with angel readings. And I know a lot of people go all funny and fluffy about angel readings or angel cards. But those there would tell me again, look at things and honour more of the peace and opening up the sight. The measuring tape there would tell me one of the most important things, and particularly with that saying, it means never try to compare yourself to someone else. Because if you try to do that, you'll never ever be happy with the bar that you meet. And I look at that there and say, don't measure your goals by somebody else's, create your own. And very much about be the one that changes. The rocking horse here, it's a beautiful symbol of going back to childlike days. And again, I'm not sure what you do, but I'd look at that and say inner child work. And I think that would be really, really a good path for you to have a look at. So don't be afraid of the change. So swing away. It's really good having this swing away. Oh, hi, Lainey. My Elaine. Thank you, darling. It's like I said, it's my birthday today, and it's one of those days where I keep feeling I don't really want to have a birthday, but someone always outs me on Facebook. And
she's 57.
Oh my God! Can you hear that noise in the background? That's one of my brats, and
she's 57.
And she's outing me again. She's here, and she keeps losing her voice. Otherwise, I would have had her on as well. But she's got bugger all voice. So Elaine, talking is dreaming, planning is believing, actions make the difference. Again, really profound one written by the writer or the author of this book. So, what are we going to plan to make a difference, Elaine? So, oh, you got the butterfly. How fun is that? And if people who don't know, Elaine there is one of my soul sisters who lives not far from me, but she's just like 1 kilometre past our 5 kilometre boundaries. You got the bee, Elaine, and from memory, I think it was you. That was a long time when someone did a spirit drawing of you. Didn't you come up as the bee? Where everybody always comes up as some Egyptian god or a wolf or an eagle or whatever, but yours was the bee. The bee here would tell me again things to do with your own business. Now, Elaine also is a spiritual medium and a reader as well.
Busy bee.
And busy bee, yeah. Bees actually mean to do with your own business. The scissors here would tell me there's something though you do need to cut away, and that can be an elimination of something you may do differently, and it just means don't be afraid to cut things to make the change. Hang on, so that in view. Sorry, I forget. You got the clover, you got the fairy, which is all about your dreams and your wishes, and it's very appropriate. And then you got your butterfly, and to have 2 flying things means it's time to find your wings. And I'd look at that and say you're in the right place to do so. It's really lovely to see a clover too, because many people don't realise a clover is very much a timing symbol, and it means 3-4 petals, 3-4 months. There is some big changes coming, and that's really nice. So thanks, Hayley. Where am I? Gosh, I keep touching the button and it's not going the right way where I am. Hang on. Hayley, yes, thank you, darling. Oh, sorry, Sands. I hope to be around. Tasha, I have done yours. I'm not sure if you were there to see it, but you will find it. Hayley Smith, how are you going, darling, with all this lockdown? Thank you. Now, we're in the resilience category. So, because this book's divided up, I don't know if you can see it, into colours. And so they're all different colours with something there. So yours has come up to do with the resilience. So I'm just going to flick to a purple page and let's hope we find something. Resilience is measured by the time taken to get your normal state. And gosh, when we look at things now, it's like, what's normal? Really, our normals are so different now, and to see that, it's so Hayley, what is your normal? Resilience again. Right, what have we got? You've got the owl, the peacock, the cross. The hour is your wisdom, so it does tell me though there's things that you are learning. Very interesting to see the cross come up with that. And everyone sees cross as barriers or Christianity, but a cross means a whole lot more than that. It actually tells me what is your fate and what is your soul's journey. You have the peacock and you've also got the infinity ring, and an infinity ring is very appropriate when it's talking about resilience. So there would tell me it's time to strut your stuff and fan those tail feathers, but you also have a lot of wisdom and knowledge to share. And it's like your soul's journey is all about being seen, continue the path you are on, and sharing the knowledge. So when it's talking about getting back to your normal state, I'd say there's still some learnings to come to find your normal state. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Now, hello Jessie, lovely to see you. I am doing well, and it's, I don't know, 10 o'clock or so here now in Melbourne, and like I said, I won't be on too long because it is after 10 and I am madly checking my Wi-Fi. So I've got here for, I'll get you in a minute, Jess. So we've got the lovely Richard Branson. Focus on your strengths. Spend more time smiling than frowning and more time praising than criticising. So, very good. Right, what have we got? Okay. Pardon?
He's so cheesy.
Yeah, Chloe reckons he's cheesy. He does look cheesy, doesn't it? So, yeah. Yeah. You have, whoops, police shield, ballet shoe. It's actually a boxing glove. So when you turn it over, and you've got the seahorse, and you've also got the police shield here in the cat. Sorry. Your strengths here, your shield here would tell me again you are very protective over family, and the reason I say family is a seahorse. Seahorse though is about family, but the issue I've got here, you've got a boxing glove here, you've got a shield here, and then you've got family in the middle, which tells me you are taking on way too many burdens, and it is something that you probably need to pull back from. And I would look at the dancer means find your happy, again focus on your strengths, not the rest of the burdens of the family. And the cat there often means calm and peaceful, and it's usually another female friend that's probably someone that's very good for you. So there, the first advice I'd say, don't try and protect everybody. It's like you can't do everything for everybody. Focus a little bit more on you and the female energies that's around you. So I hope that helps a wee bit. Now, Sandra Montgomery, lovely to see you, darling. Yes, you got that voice in the background. That's my daughter. Oh, Elaine says hi. Yeah, I know. Look at her fingernails. She's got these cat claws, yeah, that she does of herself because we're in harsh lockdown here. And the only reason she can be here, it's because of our medical illness, both of us. So, you know, it's one of those silent things. We look normal, but we really aren't. Yeah, no, we really aren't. So, Sandra Montgomery, let's have a flick a page. And what have we got? Oh, in the orange. I can't remember what the oranges is. The deepest craving of human nature is the need to be appreciated. I couldn't agree more. So let's have a look. What have you got here? So you've got the eye, you've got the toaster. Now, I love this charm, but I've had it for years. Can't find them, can't get them, otherwise I would. Literally means brown bread. What's burnt cannot be recovered. When I look here, you've got rocking horse, and rocking horse, like I said, often goes back to childhood, and you've got your eye here. Now I know that is very deep and meaningful, but when I look at these, and so sorry if I'm prying or implying something, but I look at these here and say there's something that has hurt you, going right back to probably when you were a child, and that could have been from a brother or a sister stealing your skipping rope. The toaster means put it to bed because it's no longer required. So literally what has been done or said or heard, it's time to throw it out. Think of toast. It doesn't matter how much you rub it together or scrape it with a knife. When it's burnt, it is burnt. There is nothing you can do to alter its state. The I here would tell me really start looking deep within and listening. Eye is a beautiful symbol of, often represents the third eye, which tells me it's time to really, really focus on what your senses are telling you. And those senses may not come from the centre of your forehead. It can come from the feelings within you. You may get a shudder through you. You may find or hear something. It's like I often say I hear voices, and no, I'm not schizophrenic. Mind you, my daughter would probably tell you otherwise.
She talks to herself.
Because I talk to myself. I know, how sad. But I'd say it's time to put something to bed. So it is, yeah, time for it to go. So have I got anyone else here? I've got Claire Amodi. We're not actually doing questions, Claire. We are doing random flicks of one of my favourite quote books, and it's the Little Black Book of Quotes. So I'm just going to grab you a page now. Change is the most challenging thing to do. Remember, every outcome is created by a process. So let's have a quick look, and I'll only do a couple more. I don't know how many is further down the line there, but this is for you, Claire Amodi. So we have the pineapple. I'll see if I can bring up my magnifying glass. There we go. We've got the pineapple, a paperclip, and a padlock. So when I'm looking at your quote about change is the most challenging thing to do, you've got your pineapple. Now, all fruit and vegetables, regardless if that was a potato or a carrot, mean great abundance that is coming to you. Now, there's a saying about a pineapple that means stand tall and wear a crown in the face of adversity. The paperclip here would tell me don't try and do something or make it a temporary fix, because a paperclip, literally think, it only holds something together, but not permanently. You've also got your padlock here, which tells me again, abundance that is coming, that you create, will stay. And I like it when I see a padlock, because it literally means commit to the process, you will find the outcome. So these are really, really quite good. Now I'm just going to grab, there is a Matt Graham, and I know Matt always misses out. And then I've got Lakia, and that's it. Sorry guys, because it is after, I don't know, 10:15 or something here. So let me go to Matt. Lovely to see you, Matt. Now you're all the way in New Zealand, I believe. Let me grab something different. Okay. Let's go here. Relationships never die a natural death. They are always murdered by attitude, behaviour, ego, hidden benefits, or ignorance. Now that is really, really deep. And everyone always sees and thinks relationships as in lovers and partners, husband, wife, fiancés, what have you. But relationships also can be with family members, with children, and with friends. And people don't ever look at friends as a relationship, but it actually is. So they're actually very, very deep. So what have we got there for you, Matt? So we've got the perfume bottle, the key, and this is interesting. This is actually a skeleton key. I don't know if you can see, it's got skeleton there and the piece out of it. You've got the baseball cap and you've got the perfume bottle, which tells me contact with somebody that you may have needed to do long ago, and it may have been, yes, a relationship breakdown. When I see a perfume bottle, it doesn't necessarily mean a female. It actually would tell me where the relationship was soft or kind and gentle. The baseball cap there would tell me, though, someone's ignorance, because I always see a baseball cap of somebody's hiding and not wanting to show their full self. A skeleton key here would tell me it's you that holds the answers. And I can't help but feel, again, voices tell me, this is something with contact of somebody long ago. And again, it may have been ego from another person or completely differences of opinions. But I'd say now's the time to look backwards and go into that. So, and I think that would be really, really good for you. So now I only have two other people where I said stop afterwards. I've got Evelyn Bayers, and it's lovely to see you there, Evelyn. And let's, don't want the cover. Okay. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. How true is that? Right, Evelyn. Let's see what we've got. Oh my God, I've got a whole bunch. So we have, hang on, I'll bring them up. We have the crescent moon, which is a light source. We have the truck. It's actually the front end of a, semi-trailer, like that. You've got a wine bottle opener, a bicycle, a fish, and an octopus. An octopus there would tell me, again, you are probably spreading yourself far too thin. And when I look at it there, feel the gratitude and not expressing it, I look at that and say, stop giving so much of yourself. And I know a lot of people say that's a bad thing. But there it may be where you are giving so much of yourself, but people are not feeling grateful to you. The fish here would tell me again, good luck and abundance. Fish is actually a friendship symbol because it often means, think of fish in a bunch, a school, it means more than one, so it's not singular. Same as octopus, 8 legs, not singular. The wine bottle here, though, would tell me there is good to come of this. The truck here would tell me, though, too, time to offload some of the baggage that you do not need. And a bicycle tells me you need some literally air in your hair because it means take the journey and take the journey solo for you. Giving all of you that you are, I'd say it's like literally everyone else is sucking the energy out of you. And I'd look here, no, it's time to actually do a little bit more celebration to self. Moon is about emotions, and moons are a light source. And the very old saying, which I often say to my clients when I'm here, a moon is the reflection and a light source. And the old saying was, go upon the river by the light of the moon and look upon your reflection. What do you see? And what it actually means is, in the stillness of the night, when you are looking in the river is your mirror. So you see calm waters. So you see yourself in perfect form without blemish. But when the sun rises and the wind comes and the river moves, all you're doing then is looking at your faults. And there would tell me, though, it's time to look at self and not your faults. So, and one big thing is stop giving so much of yourself, because I'd look at that and say you are spreading yourself so thin where you probably don't have much energy left for yourself. Now, my lucky last was Lakia. I think that's how you pronounce it, Lakia. And let's, not the index page. Sorry, I'm trying to, oh yeah, we got here, talk us through and plan actions make difference. No, we had that one for somebody else. So, what do we got? If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you keep moving forward. And how wonderful, Martin Luther King. So, like I said, these are beautiful things that's come out in this book, and I just love it. Now, so we have the peak, the child's balloons. Here, I'll try and get into focus. We've also got a duck, and we've also got the baby block. It's really interesting. Those three symbols all indicate things around children and childhood. Your building blocks here would tell me piecing things together. Your duck here is about rebirth and things that need to be probably looked at and renewal. The balloons here is you're happy. Your peak here was all about money and prosperity. So the combinations of these would tell me when you keep moving forward, you will gain prosperity. And I'd say this is literally new money from the steps that you are taking. So it's almost like plant the seed of what you want to grow to find you're happy in your financial arena. But do look and really listen to that quote, because it is something that it is very, very interesting. So, Sandra, I did comment to you there. So I just want to say thanks, guys, that's there. And I can see so many other people have popped on there, but I have only popped on for a very short period of time. And my beautiful daughter is here too, because it is my birthday. And we thought we'd just test out my Wi-Fi. As a lot of you know, I've had shocking Wi-Fi issues. But this is the book that I'm using. I don't know if you can get it. It's called The Little Black Book of Quotes. And it didn't have it there, but it had inside the cover, it's the person who's actually authored it. So I don't know if he's on Facebook or somewhere, but I'm sure he is. He is a motivational speaker here in Australia. And I just love this book. And I've had it for several years. I don't know. Like I said, these are all just very important words. So I'm just going to do a collective and a last page to everybody. And what have we got here? Knowing but not doing is not knowing. How relevant is that? So it's like you've got all the knowledge, but if you're not expressing the knowledge, how on earth are you going to know where you grow? So as a collective, everyone, I'll just turn that over and I'll get my little peacock. Hopefully my magnifying glass will bring those up, and it's not bringing it up that clearly on this page, it's reflection. So we have, hang on, I'll turn it around. It's the bikini top. Bikini top is all about fun in the sun. We've got the dress, which means divine feminine energy. We have the Vespa, the cat, and the peacock. And as a collective there, male or female, it does tell me though, do things, but do them on a soft side. Like, don't be in people's faces about sharing your knowledge and your learnings. You've got female energy again here, and peacock here is often masculine energy. So it's almost like time for you to show what you are and what you're worth, but do it in a more soft or gentle way. Don't go in headstrong. And the Vesper is beautiful too, because it means fun and freedom along on the journey. So it's very much about enjoy the journey. So I just want to say thanks, guys, for everybody. And for those who have joined me late, I wasn't taking questions or readings. They were just charms and quote books for people. And I just want to say thanks for joining me. And I hope you all have a lovely day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Bye for now.